Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to you. And my name is Harald Feld. I work for Burmester now for 1.5 years. But I worked for Burmester 16 years ago, and that time I was a product manager. So I'm aware of most of the products. When I came back, and we had the music centers, for example, which are very important for us. The music center 151, 111, and the streamer 150 is a new product. And so we got a nice range of products now, which we can display in the market, and even we are very well represented in the Chinese and the Hong Kong market via Richcon, which is one of our oldest distributors worldwide. And China is one of the hugest markets as well, so we're doing like 70% in export. And till now, Germany is the largest market for us, and in second place is Hong Kong, China. So it's a really important market for us and a long-term relationship with Richcon. Well, as you know, Dieter Burmester, the founder of the company, passed away last August, so we restructured a little bit the company. Marianne Burmester took over as the CEO. She's now the boss of Burmester, and we put it on 4 shoulders, 8 shoulders, 4 persons, who are responsible for different parts in the company. So Dina Hönger, she's in the company now for seven years. She's in charge for marketing now, and the accountant part is doing Anja Schönemann, it's her name, and she's in the company for like 20 years. And Stefan Größler is the Chief Technology Officer. He's in the company now for 9 years. So there are a lot of people who are in the company for many years, with a lot of experience. And so the direction is already made for Burmester, so we always will be in the high-end level, or in the high-end level, or extreme level. And even the directions that have been chosen like 4 years ago with the streaming products, with the 111, for example, we introduced it in the market 4.5 years ago. And that is running worldwide very well. And even the smaller brother or smaller sister, whatever you name it, the 151, we are very proud of that product because we got the first time for years front page of the Absolute Sound magazine, the US magazine, and we had been displayed there at the front page, and then 8 or 12 pages of the test, and it's really good recommendation and so on. So it's really running well for us in that part. So we are going in a new direction for us. We call it Phase 3. That is a full all-in-one system based on the streamer 151, in addition to with the amplifier, and design-wise in a very interesting direction. And the whole system includes loudspeakers as well. We got 2 different design options. One is the retro style, so the traditional style was chrome. And the other one is the loft style, we call it. It's a steel design, and that's really polarizing. So we found some people that say, wow, what is that? What are you doing now? And the others say, wow, that is something new, I really like it. And we are looking forward to put it in the market, and we will be, the products will be shippable to the boosters in May, so latest there. Well, the whole automotive, in a way, was a genius step for our company, because it's a nice business case as well. And it started with the Bugatti, and the last Bugatti was sold nearly 1 year ago for 2.6 million euros or dollars, I don't know exactly. So that has been like 300 different Bugattis have been sold worldwide. And then we started the relation with Porsche in 2009 with the Panamera. That was the first product. And now in every normal Porsche product is a Burmester system available. And the relation with Mercedes started a few years after that. and now we are available in a huge range of different Mercedes products as well. And for example, the new coming up E-Class, there is an option for a Burmester system as well. And in the Maybach, in the huge Maybach, and in the upcoming Pullman, we will be in there as well. So that's really interesting to see how they spread out even the models. And for example, the E-Class, it comes with different station wagon, and then they got different options as well. So that's an important part for us, interesting part of us, financial-wise, and the other side is brand-building-wise, because more and more people got the knowledge of the Burmester brand, and that helps us in the traditional audio market as well. The BA concept includes a tweeter, a backfiring tweeter, which is adjustable. So you got a little bit the impression of a dipole speaker. And the adjustance is interesting because some people they like it more direct, and some people they like a little bit more fluffy sound or a little bit more space, a little bit more room on it. So we got the option to play around a little bit with that. And the B31 is a classical 2.5-way speaker, and the B71 is a 3-way speaker with 3 more woofers. So if you got a huge room, I would recommend the 71. But even in Las Vegas, it's a show in January, we played a huge room with the 31. So it's really impressive how that small speaker plays in a huge room. So with 3 ways, you get totally separated the high frequency, the middle frequency, and the low frequency. And with 2.5 ways, you got the high frequency was a tweeter, obvious, and then the both speakers they are used for the low frequency. So you got a little bit more power, or the option of a little bit more power in without with only three chassis, or 2 chassis, which are responsible for low frequency and middle. Let's answer me in 2 parts. So the streaming products 151 and 150. We are really proud of it, and even we got last week we got some awards in Germany, where the readers of the famous magazines in Germany, they choose the products, and 35% of the readers, they choose the 151 as the best product in that category, and even the same, not the same, but the same amount of readers, they choose the 150 as the best streaming product with 35%, and that's really nice to see that in a product range which is kind of new for us, that the end customer accepts us as a brand and really likes the brand and the product. And coming back to the Phono 100, we introduced that 4 or 5 years ago, and it's worldwide doing good sales with that. It's in our top 10 ranking within our products. So it's a specialty for people, vinyl is coming back, and for people who really like the high-end level in that, they see us, Burmester, as a supplier for that kind of product as well, and it's, that highly recommended. And even in China, Hong Kong is selling it. That is a good question, because from the end consumer will answer that as the housewife acceptance level. So you need the allowance to put in your living room such a huge speaker. For us, the first thing is to choose the right chassis, so the right speakers, and then to build up the crossover. Afterwards, when it's built, you don't see the crossover anymore, but it's really complex, nice to see, and costly. This crossover, and we always got a huge, you don't see that in there, but it's a huge crossover, and that's important for the sound, the total sound quality. And getting more and more the experience that it is very, very important. You can choose the right chassis. If you do something wrong with the crossover, it doesn't pay off. So it needs a lot of engineering, and the parts that we are using are high-end parts. Most of them made in Germany, and that's the difference. That's the most important. The most important part is it all has to fit together. You cannot choose. Oh, this is important. This is important. It's like a cook. If you just have a steak and you don't know how to use it, you can burn it or whatever. And that is a little bit a comparison to speakers as well. So everything has fit together. But through the years we found out that the crossover is very important for the whole concept. And as maybe some of you know, the old E97, where the crossover is all the way down to the back of the speaker. So yeah, that's one of the main issues there. Yeah, you have to choose the right drivers, but without the right crossover, it doesn't sound. So it has to fit together. The quality has to fit together, and it's a must. You have to choose the right chassis here. So what we are using with the drivers, maybe it's interesting for your customers as well. We are using them for like 7 days, like a burn-in phase. So the end customer that will listen to the product here in your listening room got the same product qualities from the first beginning, the first day when he got delivered the product at home. And you don't have to tell them, oh, you have to burn it in for 7 days or 2 weeks, something like that. No, we already did that. So the customer really got the same experience that he got in your studio. He got the same at home. Yeah, well, our experience is the production is very, very precise. But when you make a measurement, when you got the product or the chassis delivered, and then in comparison after 7 days, there's a small change. It's not too much, and then we match it. For example, with the B80, we match the mid-range to each other and within the pair. So you always got it matched. In this case, for 4 different drivers, and there's a small difference. And when you listen to the system, for example, when you listen to opera, the singer is really in front of you, and it's not changing a little bit left, a little bit right. It's really fixed there, and that's kind of special with our speakers, and we are proud of it. These measurements are interesting to see when you see the balance there, and after selection, it's really interesting to see. Well, thank you very much for visiting us here in the showroom of Ridgecall, and I'm looking forward to introduce some new products in the Munich show, and obviously in August in the Hong Kong show as well. And I think there are coming up some really nice, interesting products. And yeah, thank you very much for your time, and see you soon, hopefully at the next booth. Thank you.